Hifiman waterline RE400 on the box. Then this case came with this case. It's a nice case. This cable. So first con right off the bat, this cable is not anything to write home about. In fact, it's pretty shit. There's a lot of stuff coming out of China with a lot better cables than this guy for the same or less money. T2s included. As you can see, pretty small. These are not the stock tips. These are the stock tips. I don't recommend using these. They're either too big or too small for my ears, and it's important because these are sensitive to ear tip selection. Minor change in ear tips, massive change in sound quality. These are spin fits. I recommend, if you do like the silicone tips, to get yourself a set of these if you're going to bother with the RE400s. Cable, really thin, really flimsy, keeps this awful folded shape to it. Chin splitter that doesn't work. It just kind of slides around. Pretty much useless. Little RE400 brand in there. This is fabric. Bring it up a little closer. Wow, look how shitty my hands look. That's from lifting, guys. Do you even lift? I don't look like it. Anyway. And 90-degree split. It's kind of bulky. It's not too bad. Strain relieved, all that shit. Now, the sound. Neutral, slightly treble forward. It's not really that the treble is forward, it just kind of is perceived as forward. These are flat all the way from 20 hertz up to about 1 kilohertz. And that's not just my magic ears, that is graphs. If you want to go bother looking at graphs, I might post them in the description. I might not. I don't really give a shit. Clean bass and mids. These guys are super duper clean. Details come through on these guys like none of my other sets. That includes the really expensive ones. And I've got a couple expensive ones that I'm going to be reviewing. Tight low hitting bass. So these guys, the bass extends pretty low. It's not as pronounced as on some of my other sets, including the T2s, which I'll be doing a direct comparison between these two guys because they sound strikingly similar and they're priced very similar. God, my hands are shaking so bad. Look at that. Do I have Tourette's? Do I have fucking cerebral palsy? I don't want to answer that question. Harsh treble texture. It's slightly harsh. It's not sibilant and it's not piercing, but at times it can be a little unpleasant. I don't mind it, but it's something worth note. And then these guys used to be $100. They're less than half that now. And I think the reason why is all this pushback from Chi-Fi gear. These, in my opinion, I wouldn't really spend $100 on these. If they had a removable cable, I probably would toss down $100 on these, no problem. But this cable, I just don't see it lasting forever. And then there's this weird thing they do with these filters here. You get a couple of replacement ones, and as you can see, I already had to use one. Why? Because these fucking tips are so goddamn hard to get on. I mean, I'm not even gonna try. Not gonna fucking try. That I damaged one of these, and I was convinced for a minute that one of my channels had actually died, and it was just the filter was damaged. But I don't know. There's things they can do better here. I'd like to see a set of these redone. The same driver, a similar housing design, and just updated to be more competitive with the gear that's on the market right now. And finally, great for death metal. I don't know if you guys listen to death metal or not. I don't know if people listen to death metal at all anymore, except for me. But instrument separation on these guys is fucking It's And details come through fucking great. So, whatever. Anyway, 5 minutes. That's way too long for a review. So, peace out.